Hello all you StAUSCC fans, and welcome back for another edition of our Road to Glory series, our Club Invitational Tournament, which sees the St Andrews University Staff Cricket Club pitted against some of the top clubs from around the world. Today we have our game against Yorkshire at our own home ground of C1, so without wasting any of your time, let's get into it. So you can see we've got a couple of changes here. Koshi retains his spot, Jess drops out, and David Miller drops down to 12th man for this game, and Paul Smith comes into the lineup. We have won the toss, and we're going to have a bowl first.
Not a huge advantage either way. The captain will be hoping there's a bit of life in this pitch early.
Alright, and so here we are, McPherson, first ball of the innings. Into the left-hand light, who's playing down the leg side, strikes his pad and runs down to fine leg, where it's fielded by the keeper McLennan, but they get back for 2 leg byes. Last ball of the over. Very tidy from McPherson so far. This one's full and swung away through the leg side. Is it going to beat fine leg? Yeah, it's going to beat fine leg. Armstrong in now for his first over of the match. 2 slips in place for him. This one's full and swinging away, and it's driven out to short cover. It's fielded and there's no run. Armstrong in again. This is full and swinging away once more. It's driven past short cover, out to the mound on the boundary.
One more added.
Fields it, and there's only one. Last ball of the over here for Armstrong. This one's full and seaming away, and it's driven through the gap. The man on the boundary is coming around to field it. They'll get 2. Or will they? Great throw in from the deep. McLennan has some good work here. And there's a wicket. They've been run out.
Back against some great work in the field.
What looked like an easy 2. Haynes does the fielding, and it's run out.
Balance is the new batter.
McPherson in once more to life. This one's straighter and isn't clipping up in the air. This one's high and hard over square leg. Is that 1 bounce for 4?
1 bounce and that's 4.
1 bounce for 4. Nearly had the legs to go all the way. 5th ball of the over. Yorkshire 1 for 15. This one's slower and fuller, and he's bowled him. What a ball. That's a fantastic ball by McPherson. Bowling at him life. Yorkshire in a lot of trouble now, 2 for 15. 2 new batsmen. McPherson into bowl. 1 for 8 for him. This one's full and swing away and finds the edge, but it doesn't carry down to Hay. Armstrong in now to balance. This one's full swing away, he's driven it.
That's 4. Superb shot.
Only as far as point. I don't know what game Michael Slater's watching. 3rd ball of the over now for Armstrong. Yorkshire 2 for 15. Balance still yet to get off the mark. This time he drives, and he drives through the gap. He'll get 1 for that. It's fielded out on the boundary.
1 more to the score.
Final ball of the over here. Armstrong in. This one's straight and struck him on the pads. It might be sliding down leg.
Could it be?
There's an appeal. No, says the umpire.
That looked really close.
Why not? Let's go for the challenge, says Stan. We're already on top here. This one's probably going down leg, I think, and yep, absolutely flying down leg.
Missing. That's not out on review.
That's perhaps one of the worst reviews we've seen here from St Andrews. McPherson in again to balance. This one's slower and straight, but hit up and over mid-off. Didn't look like he got much of that, but it did enough to beat the field, and it's 4 runs. Armstrong, 3rd ball of the over, into balance. This one's full, has him flashing at it. It's up and over point. It'll beat the sweeper. 4 runs. They needed that, Yorkshire. Balance 17 off 23. Yorkshire 2 for 33 here as Armstrong's in again, and it's full, and he hits it up
Nice
and
shot,
over
that one.
extra cover. It's going to beat the man. It's 4 runs. McPherson and now to Balance, who's on 21. Last ball of the over. This one's punched up and over the field.
And that's
The
4.
cover sweeper can't get around to it. It's gone for 4. New bowling here now for St Andrews. Openers did a very tidy job. Yorkshire 2 for 43 after 12. Hay into the attack now though. What's he got here? Bowling, and it's a dot ball out to Koshi at cover. Last ball of Hay's first over. He's in. It's swinging away and played through the covers and fielded by cover
Well
point.
bowled. That's a maiden over.
Another dot ball. 5th ball of the over here for Armstrong. None for 18 for him. This one's shorter and straighter and
Nicely
pulled away.
played.
Through mid-on. It's going to go run down to the boundary for 4. A little bit loose there from Armstrong. Last ball before drinks. Hay into bowl. This one's full, swinging away and driven out to cover point where it's
Ends the
fielded.
over,
Another
and the
maiden.
score hasn't moved.
First over after drinks goes to Alex Haynes. He's in bowling to Balance and starts with an off-cutter, and it's a good ball
Misread
there.
that one.
Hay to Balance. This one's played up in the air
That's
through a
4.
vacant mid-on. It's going to rush down to the boundary for 4. Didn't get all of that Balance. Hay in again, going for 9 into his 4th though. This one's straighter, and Dazzle tucks that off his leg. It's fielded just behind square by Seagal. It's another single.
That takes this partnership to 50.
And that's the 50 partnership between these two. Hands in, 5th ball of his over. To Balance. And this one's full and driven up in the air. This is high and hard. 1 bounce, 2 bounces, 4 runs. Balance moves to 46 now. New bowler now. We've got Earnshaw into the attack. See what he has to offer here. Oh, and Earnshaw, first ball once more. Well bowled, full spinning in, takes out middle stump, and this partnership of over 50 is now broken. Great start there from Earnshaw. He's into leaning now. This one again is full, has him playing through leg. Up and over the infield. There's a man running around, he won't get to it. 4 runs.
And whacks it for 4.
Earnshaw and again, 4th ball of his over. This one's straight and his batsman going up and over square leg. It's gone away for 4. Earnshaw to Balance now, who's on 46. This one's put high in the air, only out to the
Very
man
nice there
Armstrong
from
on the boundary,
Armstrong.
where it's fielded and there's
the
1
over.
run. Exciting over there from Earnshaw. Lots of runs, but it gets the wicket. Balance on 48 now. Earnshaw bowling to him. 22 overs gone. This one's full and has him sweeping. He's sweeping hard. He beats the man at square leg. This looked like it's going to run out to the boundary. It's just slowing up, but it reaches the boundary. 4 runs, and that's a well-earned 50 for Gary Balance. 8 fours from 62 deliveries. Hands in. 3rd ball of his over. To Balance. This one's down leg. Has him pulling up and over backward square. Rolls out to the boundary for 4 runs. Yorkshire 3 for 93. Earnshaw into Balance. This one is full. Has him playing through leg. They go up.
Big appeal.
Yes, says the umpire. And that's another wicket there for Earnshaw. Really important breakthrough there for him. Will they challenge that?
A solid innings comes to an end there.
Great work there by Earnshaw. Fantastic innings from Balance, 57. Tim Bresnan into bat now, and Yorkshire need a good partnership here. Earnshaw has this one full. He's
Big
playing
swing.
outside off
Couldn't
stump.
get near it.
Earnshaw and again, 5th ball of the over to Bresnan, who's sweeping. and gets it through the field. This one doesn't look like it's got the legs to make it. Armstrong's chasing it out in the deep. Will they come back for 3? Yep, they'll come back for 3.
They take 3.
Last ball of his over here. Haynes into ball to Brisbane. This one's full and driven through the covers. They come back for a single. Make it safely. And oh no, there are overthrows here. It's going for a 5. It's a really good over from Haynes. Didn't need that to end it. Another change in bowling here for St Andrews. Franklin comes into the attack now. Spin from both ends. Franklin into Bresnan, who's playing that straight. But down as far as mid-on. Koshi does the fielding. Bresnan 10 off 11, and Franklin's in. He's sweeping and pierces the gap there in front of square. Seems to be a favourite area for them today. Will it trickle out to the boundary? Yes, just makes it. Good chase, but can't cut it off. Franklin in again. Second ball, it goes up and over third man. It's a fantastic shot there from Bresnan. Earnshaw in again. This one's flatter and goes up and under it. Gets it through the gap. It's going to run out to the boundary for 4. Good shot there by Leaning. Earnshaw, last ball of the over. This one's tossed up and has Leaning back and there's a little edge behind. McLennan's taken it. It's a 3rd wicket there for Earnshaw and Yorkshire lose another. Jack Leaning goes. Caught McLennan bowled Earnshaw for 21. Strike rate of 70. After a quick start, he was tied down.
Will be down at the non-strikers end.
Josh Poisden in now. Franklin now to Poisden for his first delivery. He's in, bowls, and Poisden's driving, but only as far as Koshi at mid-on. Last ball of Earnshaw's 8th over. He's 3 for 32 here. Centre ball to Bresnan. This one's tossed up and has the batsman hitting high in the air. Can the fielder get under it? It's come round. And yes, he's taken the catch. Bresnan goes. Rash shot there. Can't beat the man at mid-on. And Earnshaw takes the wicket. Caught McPherson. Bowled Earnshaw. That's 4 now for Earnshaw. 27 for Bresnan. First ball here for Fisher. What can he do? Still a lot of time for Yorkshire here. This one's straight and hasn't played through leg, and it's a dot ball.
Over comes to an end.
Last ball here for Earnshaw. What's he got? This one's straight and hasn't playing up in the air. Beats the man at square leg. Up over his head. It's going to run away for 4. Franklin into bowl. This time batsman's again playing across leg. Again high and over the field. 4 more runs. Change of bowling here. Hay back into the attack. 7 overs left for Yorkshire. What have they got? This one's full and swinging away from Hay. Knocked out to Segal, I think, on the boundary there.
And through for 1.
Franklin into Fisher. This one again getting too straight, and he's lofted that up and over backward square leg. 1 bounce, 4 runs. Franklin to Poisden now. This one's straight and he's nudging that up and over square leg. Just beats the man. It's going to trickle away for 4 more runs. Hay in again. This one's full and it gets across the stumps and up and over square leg. Really well played there from Fisher. 4 runs. Change of bowling here. Armstrong to replace Franklin. In for his 8th over. None for 22 so far. It's in, he's bowling, and it's beaten the batsman.
Very troubling
outside
line
off
there
stump.
from the bowler.
Fantastic ball from Armstrong first up. 6 for 167 now. Yorkshire. It's Armstrong's in again, and somehow he's put that back onto his stumps, I think.
Ended up knocking it back onto his own stump. Beautifully bowled.
Poisson has to go. Played on. Bowled Armstrong for 15. Now it's Steve Patterson.
Is the new batsman about to face his first ball.
Well-deserved wicket there for Armstrong. He's in again now. 3rd ball of the over. Sun's full and swinging in, and he's stepped across his stumps and smashed that over leg first ball. It's a fantastic shot. 1 bounce, 4 runs. Hay in, last ball of the over. This one's full and slightly down leg, and he flicks that up over backward square. One bounce, 4 runs.
That's run away to the boundary.
Armstrong in again this time to Fisher. This one's full, swing in and knocks out the stumps.
The batsman chops it onto his stump.
Another chop on there for Armstrong. Fisher has to go. Armstrong 2 for 30 now. As Code's in to face his first ball. This one's full and swinging in. He hits it up over cover point. The man back on the boundary runs round and keeps it to only 1. Really good work out there by Segala on the boundary. Patterson on strike. 2 balls left in the 44th over. This one's full and swinging in and has him swinging up and over extra cover. This is going to beat Segal. 4 runs. What can Armstrong do here as a comeback? Final ball. This one's full and straight, and this one knocks out off stump.
The batsman totally misjudged that.
Well bowled. Great comeback there from Armstrong. 2 wickets in the over. Both of them bowled. Patterson has to go.
The new batsman will be down at the non-strikers end.
Carver on strike. His first ball now. Hay into him. This one's full, and he swings that away behind square. 4 runs. What a way to start your innings. Last ball here for Hay. Last ball of the Yorkshire innings. Can they get to 200? This one's full and swinging away, and they clip it up behind square. They will get to 200. That is going to go for 4. Great way to win the innings. Expensive over there from Hay. And Yorkshire make it to 200 for 9. And here we have the Yorkshire scorecard. 9 for 200. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Some fantastic bowling. We'll cover that at the end. But St Andrews set a target of 201 from their 45 overs to win. Well, the 2 opening batsmen, McLennan and Koshi, out to bat. Fisher in to bowl, McLennan on strike. This one's full and has McLennan playing through leg. They think about a single. Side against it. Dot ball first up. McLennan on strike. Fisher into bowl. Second ball of the innings. This one's full and has McLennan driving. Gets it in front of square. They should get through here. Yep, for a single. McLennan's off the mark.
That's the first run on the board.
Koshi in after his magnificent 100 in the last league match. What can he do here? This one's down leg and has him leaving. Good bit of movement there though. That's gone over the stumps. Koshi on strike again. This one's just on leg, has him flicking off his hip, and they'll get through for a single.
And he's off the mark.
We're a little over 4 and over. This Code's into bowl, and this one's full, and has McLennan flicking in front of square. He's timed that magnificently. 4 runs. Carver in again. This time again, it's down leg, and he flicks it in front of square this time. He's hit that hard, has McLennan. Will it run away for 4? Just beats the man into the rope. Code now, again to Koshi. This one's shorter and has him back and cutting, and he beats the man at point. Beats the man at third man. 4 runs. Koshi on strike. This one's fuller, has him playing off the front foot and piercing the gap there. Not quite sure how he managed that, but it's gone out to the extra cover boundary for 4. Koshi on strike, 22 for him. Carver into bowl, this one's straight and has him nudging down to short fine leg. McLennan's through, he's quick, but it's a direct hit. They've gone upstairs, this is going to be close. And McLennan's run out again. Again Koshi's involved in another run out. Direct hit from balance. Promising opening partnership comes to an end. Earnshaw on strike now, his first ball. This one's shorter and he's smashing that down to the long leg. Beats the man even. 4 runs, first ball for Earnshaw. Wasting no time out here. Carver in once more. Again to Earnshaw, who's hitting that up and over the field. That's a huge 6 from Earnshaw. First 6 of the day.
Oh, what a shot!
Koshi on strike after the run out last over. This one's full from Code, has Koshi nudging that through the onside. It's a no ball, but it's also going to be 4 runs. Well played by Koshi.
Right out of the meat of the bat.
Earnshaw on strike. 1 for 66, St Andrews. This one's full and has Earnshaw playing in front of square, and he's hit that well. Will it run away? It looks like it's slowing up a little bit. I think the field will cut it off. Yeah, good tap back there, but the batsmen are back for 3.
Great fielding there.
Code none for 33. Koshi on strike. This one's short and has Koshi going underneath it. It's beaten the keeper. It's going to go away for 4. 5 wides even. St Andrews 1 for 74 now. This Code's in again to Koshi, who's back and cutting and
Nice
beats
shot.
the man at extra cover. 4 runs again. Earnshaw on strike. Final ball of the over. Again it's full, again it's on leg, and this time he's hitting hard
Technique
through
and
square.
placement.
It's gone away for 4, all the way along the ground. 1 for 89. St Andrews, another 112 runs to win. Koshi flicks that through leg. Just for a single there. Accumulating runs at the moment.
Moving along nicely now.
And that brings up the 50
runs in this
partnership. Koshi on strike. This one's shorter. Has him punching off the back foot. This one he is smashed out to the deep cover
All the way.
boundary.
Wonderful.
Beats the sweeper, and it's 4 runs. Code in once more. 3rd ball of the over, and this one's short. Has Koshi leaning back on it. They get through for a single, and that will bring up 50 for Aaron Koshi. Superb innings by Koshi there. Earnshaw on 30. Code into bowl. Earnshaw's punching that off the back foot. Can't beat cover though. They will get some overthrows here, however. It'll be 4 overthrows. Man on the boundary not backing up, and it goes all the way. As we see here, Koshi's spider. A lot more attacking in this game than he was for his 100. A lot more boundaries here. A lot more on the offside too. So on strike again. This one's outside of stump and has him just leaning on it, and he's got an edge behind. Tame end to a good innings there from Koshi. There'll be no challenge, and he'll have to go. Caught behind off the bowling of Code for 53. As Crooks comes in to join Earnshaw. First ball here for Crooks to Code. It's full outside off stump, and Crooks is just leaning on that. It's fielded by extra cover, and there's no run. Code in again. Crooks on strike. This one's shorter and has him playing back and hits the gap. They get through for a single.
And he's off the mark with
Crooks
that one.
is off the mark. St Andrews 2 for 123. Crooks on 3. This one's shorter and has Crooks punching off the back foot. Finds the gap, and it's 4
Lovely
runs.
shot.
Earnshaw on strike on 42. Code into him. This one's short. Has him pulling. And a diving stop there by the keeper nearly gets him out. Caught behind. Crooks on 11. Earnshaw 44. This Code's into bowl again, and Crooks is back and cutting and
racing to the
hits the
fence.
gap once more. That'll run out to the boundary for 4. Earnshaw on 49. Code into him. This time it's straight and has Earnshaw pulling and pulling hard. Long leg will be around, but the single's enough to bring up Earnshaw's 50.
And that's 50. The wall is in good form out there.
Good innings there from Earnshaw. Exactly what the doctor ordered for St Andrews. Crooks 15 off 18. Code into him. This one's shorter and has him punching through
Overstepping
extra
the mark.
cover. It's a no ball, and it's also
And
4.
that gets to the boundary. 4 runs. .48 needed now for St Andrews. Code in again. This time it's short and Crooks is underneath it, but it's beaten the wicketkeeper. It's going to go down for byes. It's gone to the boundary for 4. And it's wides again. Code in again. 4th ball of the over. This one's shorter and has Crooks pulling and pulling hard behind square. He's picked the gap between the 2 men. It's gone for 4. Last ball of the over. Crooks on strike. Code into him. It's full, and Crooks is playing that through cover once more, and it's another boundary. Really, really expensive over there for Yorkshire. Here we have Earnshaw's spider. Very leg side-ish, but playing to the field, I think. Of course, that big 6-second ball. The rest of it being quite controlled. Carver to Earnshaw now. None for 70 for him. This one's fallen on his legs, and Earnshaw's hitting hard down along the ground. Will it beat long leg? Yes, it does. 4 runs. Earnshaw on strike on 59. This one's short. Has Earnshaw trying to pull, but I think it's beaten the wicketkeeper. Yes, it has. It's going to run down to the boundary for 4. And it's wides again. Carver in again. This time it's full again, and Earnshaw's playing that through point. It's a diving stop by point. They will try and come through for a single. Crooks makes it.
Another run added.
Crooks on strike again. This time it's shorter, and Crooks is playing that square of the wicket. He pierces the field just in front of point and won't go to the boundary. They'll get back for 2.
Very nice throw back there. Good fielding.
Crooks on 40. Last ball of the over. This time it's full, and Crooks plays that square again. He's got a little bit more of this one. It won't be 4. They'll come back for 2, and that will be the game. St Andrews doing this in a dawdle. And there we have it. St Andrews Staff Cricket Club winning by 8 wickets in the end. Comfortable victory set up by their bowlers. As we see here, a dominant performance by the St Andrews University Staff Cricket Club. Yorkshire 9 for 200 off their 45 overs, and did well to get even there after they were really struggling late. A good last over for them gets them up to 200, but it was never going to be enough. They needed wickets, and they needed wickets early, and that's what they did not get. Flick over to look at the Yorkshire scorecard. With the exception of Balance, no one else really got going. Bresnan had some hitting going, as did Leaning early on in his innings, but they were just tied down by a combination of Earnshaw and Franklin through the middle. McPherson and Armstrong doing a great job up top. Armstrong coming back and doing some damage to the lower order in his second spell. But again, it was just not making those partnerships work for Yorkshire. A good partnership for the third wicket, but everything else, after that, wickets fell at fairly regular intervals, and they just could not get some momentum. Here we see the bowling figures. McPherson and Armstrong fantastic up top. McPherson taking 1 wicket in his first spell, his only spell. Armstrong getting 3 in his second, all bowled. 2 of them played on. Ends up with 3 for 35. Hay was fantastic. His first 2 overs were maidens. Did really well keeping the pressure on, and then by the time Earnshaw came in, takes another wicket with his first ball, but 9 overs, 4 for 37. Fantastic bowling figures from him. Franklin got hit around a bit towards the end of his spell, but was just as tidy early on. Hayes unlucky to go for a few off his last. But just an all-round very tidy performance from the St Andrews fielding and bowling units. 7 wides, 3 leg byes, the only extras. 7 wides would be a little bit disappointing, but it's something to work on in the future. As we flick over now to the St Andrews University Staff Cricket Club batting scorecard, McLennan looked comfortable up top. Just another mix-up with Aaron Koshi. I'm not sure if Koshi saw the fielder there at short fine leg. McLennan did well, but was not quite quick enough. The throw by Balance beating him by a matter of inches. Koshi then, in typical Koshi fashion, soldiered on and made his way to 53 before just getting a little feather behind off a short ball through the wicketkeeper. Earnshaw came out with a hiss and a roar, but after that calmed down and in typical James Earnshaw fashion, nudged the ball around, found the gaps, played smart, cool-headed cricket on his way to 64 from 56 deliveries, supported in the end by Crooks, not out 42 off 38. There's some flashy hitting through the covers. 22 wides and 5 no balls, the story of the day for the Yorkshire bowling lineup, as well as a partnership of 40, a partnership of 77, and then an unbeaten partnership of 84, had St Andrews doing it in a dawdle. 3 bowlers used by Yorkshire, Fisher only for 1 over, 3 off that. The only wicket taker, Code, 13 overs, 1 for 114 with 10 extras, and Carver, 13 overs, none for 84. So an absolute doddle. St Andrews winning in the end by 8 wickets with 18 overs in hand and securing their position at the top of the table. And we go now to the standings after round 6. St Andrews at the top, tied with Auckland, still only 1 loss apiece. St Andrews separated, of course, on net run rate, 1.66 to Auckland's 0.16. The Redbacks then clear in third place, 40 points, the only team to have beaten St Andrews so far. Yorkshire and Essex, they're tied with 30 points each. Jamaica, 20 points. Big Ant Red, 1 win. And the Canterbury Royals picking up their first win of the competition as well. So, St Andrews, another easy victory. I think we're going to look at, after the first round of the competition, adding a little bit more to the, at least, batting difficulty. Try and make things a little bit more interesting here. But until then, let's enjoy our place at the top of the table. Enjoy another win. I've been Jim the Editor. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.